It's 8 p.m, 3 degrees above freezing, and I'm in the local woods. This is my freedom, my sanctuary. Even when it starts to rain, when you're tucked up warm in your sleeping bag with a survival blanket for a waterproof and full of army ration food or a wild rabbit slow cooked over an open fire, the troubles and stresses in daily life evaporate. I didn't really like high school. I found the pressure to conform really irritating. My levels are much better though. I have more freedom over how and when and the subjects I choose to study. I suppose it's selfish how much I value my freedom. It's probably the reason why I climb, mountain bike and run in such beautiful secluded places. Or climb in gyms where it's the norm to wear scruffy clothes, necklaces and bangles. For me, this is the best way of life. As I wake up pre-dawn in sub-zero temperatures, I pack up my stuff and leave nothing but footprints. Wild site camping is one of my favourite activities. The ethos behind it is simplistic. Don't take anything with you but memories and leave nothing behind. Don't disrupt nature's delicate balance. It's one of the reasons I love it. Many people question why I chose to do this. I've been called mental, crazy and a freak. It's fine to me. I think it's odd why they want to stay and play video games for hours on end. For me, it's all about being in the climbing gym, pushing myself, challenging myself. I understand why people question it. They say it's dangerous to continuously push my body and mind through risky situations. But to me, they aren't that bad. Your risk perception changes as you age and depending on the lifestyle you lead. Besides, in a gym, when you're bouldering, it's fairly safe. You can fall and break bones and stuff. But compared to a time when I was 8 metres up a slightly over cliff face in Wales, without any pads beneath me and no road to catch me if I fell, a gym is safe. That was pretty scary actually, but that's what climbing is. It's about pushing yourself, physically and mentally. That climb was difficult, but as I knew that if I failed, I'd probably really hurt myself. It forced me to switch off my brain and finish the climb without freezing halfway up a high wall. That's what it's all about, viewing a risky situation differently and facing the challenge head on, fighting instead of fleeing from it. Besides, if no one took a risk, we probably would be sitting around in caves wondering why we're all starving to death because no one will go out and get anything to eat. I love climbing gyms. They have so many routes on offer, so many different problems to try on a bouldering wall, with different holes that make you stronger for outside when it's warm and dry enough. It causes you to push yourself. The competition may not be your climbing friends, but the problem you're trying and the mental block you have to try and finish it. When I first get into gym, I'm so excited about it I usually forget to put any chalk in my hands and end up tearing the skin fairly soon on into the session. It's once I've calmed down and climbed a couple of routes, I start to focus, and the climbing becomes the most enjoyable. You start to really think about your feet and hand placements, and the correct way to position your body so the climbing becomes easier. As climbing is mainly problem solving, I often spend quite a lot of the time at the bottom of a route, planning where to put my hands and my feet. Occasionally though, I have to climb a route without using any of my feet. This is called campusing, and it can be used for strength training, and it's a lot of fun actually, and quite cool. Even though you spend a lot of time at the bottom of a route, you often fall and fall and fall and fall off again. For example, there's this route that I've been trying for weeks on end. I just can't get the hang of where I'm meant to put my feet. The hands are fine. I just don't know where to put my feet after the first couple of moves. I know I should be able to climb this problem. It's not the highest grade that I've ever climbed, but that's not the point. In climbing, it's about pushing yourself and trying to be the best of your abilities. And it's about boosting your confidence. I've got to climb other routes before I do this one, obviously, and gradually think about it. This route takes up my entire time though. I think about it all the time. It's become an obsession. The sequence is fascinating and extremely difficult. This is the addictive nature of climbing. At the end of the climbing session, my arms are probably so pumped full of lactic acid I can barely grip something to pick it up. That doesn't stop me though. Climbing dominates my thoughts, and because of this I train a lot. I run and cycle most places, rarely drive or get a lift, and every night I spend 45 minutes to an hour and a half on upper body exercises and a scheme to keep me as fit as possible for climbing and mountaineering. One day I hope to compete, lead treks and expeditions. It's hard to describe a passion. It's especially hard to describe one that means so much to me. A lot of it is my life. It is going to be my future job, and it is how I will provide for my family one day. I don't think I'll ever stop climbing. It is how I describe myself. This is me, and I have almost made it. I have almost made it to being my childhood dream of becoming an action man.